Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Stone House. More basement shenanigans. Try to get some more of these windowsills made up. Thanks for taking the time and watching last week's video. It's doing pretty good, thank you. This table that you can see here, I just got it from my work. They were gonna throw it away. Let's see, I need the dust collection on that. The dust collection on this cheap planer is not anything to write home about, so that's cool. I guess I don't need any of this jazz. That just hooks right on there, and then when I don't want it, what's nice is I guess I can just take this right off. So that's cool. I'm gonna probably be using this planer a little bit today. I let my parents borrow this planer, and it's not their fault, but I had extra blades and I gave them the blades, and I know that I grabbed them from them, but I have no idea where the blades are. Okay, all hooked up. I do have a new one new set of blades on it, so that's good. I don't know where my other blades are, so that kind of stinks. Are you kidding me? They're not in there? That would have been the best place to put them. Oh, here's the booklet to the planer. Oh, did I put them up here? Alright, I don't need the blades. I don't need the blades.
It's too late now to turn around and back again. I made my bed and now I lay my head in it. And I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be. I guess it's for the best, you know the worst in me. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love. I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me, and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was.
This is a good example of why I need a new planer, because I'm pretty sure that the blades are completely gone on that one, and I just switched them, so they're brand new blades. These now need to be sanded, 100% sanded, because there's so many lines from the planer. It still maybe saved me some time though, because sanding this brown paint is difficult. Just don't assume that the planer is way easier, because it's just really not. Keep hitting my head on that. I feel like I don't want to live my life that way. The hardest part about doing this, sanding it, is to make sure that they're relatively flat. And that way they'll look good when you go to trim them out. I found that it was just too hard to do by hand no matter how much I fussed with it, so I ended up having to cut this windowsill in half and running it through the planer. Boy, oh boy, do I have something exciting to share with you all. A company reached out to us to try a item. And as I've said before, you know, we say no to a lot of these things. Because one, we're not interested. Two, we don't really want to become like an infomercial type channel. But every now and then, you get some pretty interesting things. And that's what we have for you today. I'm excited. What we have in this box is a bidet. It's called a Mordeer. Okay, so Mordeer C600. I don't know anything about bidets. I've never used a bidet. My kids are super excited because Lily read about them and she really wants one. You know, and Sarah's pretty excited too. You know, a while back, if you remember, like the world sold out of toilet paper. Like this roll of toilet paper would have literally sold for $10 on eBay. So I guess if something like that happens again, this might be really useful. I'm hoping that it's an easy hookup. We chose to install it in the upstairs bathroom. This is known as the kids' bathroom, partly because I have this outlet right here to the left of the toilet, and the water line is to the right-hand side of the toilet. I believe those were some stipulations that had to happen in order to do this unit. This unit plugs into power, and I'm assuming it's safe, obviously, but because it's water and power, and it's, you know, usually you don't want to mix those two things. But yeah, so this heats water to spray you know where. If that's not exciting, I don't know what is. Okay, first thing, you have a box inside of a box. I'm assuming this is hookup stuff. Ooh, interesting. I might have to read directions. It's very safe to say I'm going to probably have to read some directions on this. I'm seeing some special screws that look like they are for toilet seats. I'm seeing what looks to be a spray nozzle. We know what that's for. Maybe some brackets. Here's a little plumbing piece. I hope that that works for my setup. No plumbing job would be complete if you didn't have to run to the plumbing store at least twice. Yeah, those are the directions. That's pretty simple. Oh, it comes with a 2-year warranty. That's a lot of bum sprays. There's gonna be tons of bum jokes in this, just so you know. Okay, so this looks like it's pretty important. I should keep this. This stuff, not so much. Oh, it's packaged nice. Oh, it's a lot heavier than I thought it would be. Okay, there's the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. Got some buttons here. Posterior, feminine, and it has a dryer. Nozzle position, water pressure. We'll keep that on a medium setting. Water temperature. I'm very hesitant about the water part of this because I really don't like cold water in general, and I definitely don't like cold water sprayed on my HC massage. Oh, I'm more excited now than I was. You can see the cord is on the right-hand side of this toilet seat, which is perfect for reaching where I need it to reach. You gotta take the toilet seat off, which is pretty simple. Okay. They're a nice fit once you get them in there. This toilet, there's not a lot of room on this side to pull that through. Pretty simple, really. Put the little rubber things in there first, and then these little brackets are adjustable. And then I'm assuming something like that. But I gotta make sure that's how it goes. Everything seems lined up pretty good, so I'm just gonna screw this down adequately tight. Okay, that should be good. Ooh, that's perfect now. That is literally nice. Okay, cool. Now I think, honestly, just hooking up the water part is left to do. And that could be difficult. I don't know. You gotta turn the water off. And that's hooked up. Wow, that's so simple. This is the T they gave me. Just went right to the toilet. And then where this was screwed into the toilet, now it screws into the bottom of the T. And then this wire here they gave me. And it all just went into the bidet and onto there. Very, very simple. And no leaks. Oh! Oh, I can show you that because it didn't spray. I thought I was gonna get sprayed. Oh, well, oh yeah, so look it. And then I think that's rinsing itself. I think there's only one more thing left to do. I'm obviously not gonna bring you in there with me. This is private time. Well, the toilet seat's warm. Oh God. Oh jeez! Yo! Aye! Ooh, the fan is nice! Whoa! It's warm! Okay, listen. It was weird at first, I gotta be honest. And it might still be a little weird. But this has gotta be the coolest thing that I have ever received through YouTube. Like, hands down. I can 100%. Now, I don't know how long this is gonna work for or last, right? Like, I've only used it once. If this thing holds together well, I would have no problem saying this is an amazing product. It seems to do what it's saying it's gonna do. Does it quite well. Sometimes a little too aggressively. It's $350. To me, that sounded like a lot when I first heard how much it was. I think bidets in general can be more expensive than that too, and probably less expensive. I don't know that much about it, but I can say that it's well worth the money. It seems to be well worth the money. I really can't say anything negative about it. The install, super easy, super clean. Plugging it in is a little bit of a hassle, but because of the way that, you don't really notice it that much. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, thank you, Mordeer, for sending me this. For anybody interested, there will be a link in the description where you can look at this. It's called a Mordeer, I'm reading the box, Mordeer C600. I really cannot wait to have Sarah and the kids come check this out. It is so cool. So yeah, so thanks for sending it to me. I super appreciate it. When I bought this planer from Harbor Freight, I paid an extra $80 for what they call an in-store replacement plan. So I'm going to take them up on that offer because I know that what I'm planing is difficult to plane, but the rollers are not pulling this wood through, just burning the wood. I'm happy and lucky that this is all salvage stuff and whatever I'm doing is probably just adding character. But in the end, with brand new blades in this, it really should feed things through and cut. And it didn't even cut on the very first board with new blades. So I'm just gonna say that this one is shot. I'm gonna bring it back, get a brand new one. It's my way of taking a break too. I'll go drive to town, bring this back, maybe grab something to eat. But we'll see. We'll see how good they take that back. I'll let you know. I did a thing. I'm winded. This thing's heavy. Let's try to explain this real quick. I took the planer back to Harbor Freight. They didn't have another planer for me to take that day, and it's called an in-store replacement. So what they said is that I can wait until they get another one or take a full cash refund for what I paid for it. And I bought that in November last year. So I had that planer for a full year. Didn't use it very many times, but it's a long time. And I took the money. I think that's a pretty amazing policy that Harbor Freight has. So that's that. Okay, took the $300. And then, you know, I need a planer for what I'm doing right now. This planer here is the other planer that was on my radar. So this is what I decided to do. This has a 90-day money-back guarantee. So I will know well within that 90 days if this planer can do what I need it to do. And if it's not good, I can bring it back. I'll get my money back, which this one is $600. That was a lot of money to spend today. I did not want to do that. Wow. It's certainly a pretty machine. I don't want to start off with a crazy piece of salvaged wood here, so I'm going to use, well, I'm going to plane one of these pieces, and I believe this is white birch. I got it from that guy. This is already at 1 inch, so let's get down to 1 inch. It should be at 3/4 inch right now, because that's what I have the depth stop set at. And I would call it, it might be a hair too much, but it's close. It's very close. Very nice, smooth finish. You can see, obviously, the one that I planed. It's just much smoother, much nicer than these other boards now. Right there. I mean, there you go. That white birch is really pretty wood. Alright, well, we're going to see how it does with one of these old windowsills. So that's 1 1/4 inches. I'm so scared to do this. I'm just going to ruin it. Woo! Pop! Once that joint pops in, it's pretty good. So I guess from here, all I gotta do is sand this more, and then I can finish it. I don't like all these little hairs. This piece of wood is just, it is what it is. Back the next day, and I feel better than I did when I left yesterday. Nothing has changed, I just feel better.
got a big bag of bones, honey, in the closet of my home. What's the point in talking this over? You know I'm just gonna fall apart. Always thought when I got older I'd learn to recognize false starts. I've got mood swings, even in my dreams. Nobody wants me, even in my dreams. I've got a chip on my shoulder, I've been running from the family line. You can tell he's my brother, mother gave him a rise. I tried to swim.
Probably 150 years ago, somebody was fixing a fire or cooking maybe dinner on an open fire, and a coal popped out. And that coal landed on their floor and burnt a perfectly round hole. And now that perfectly round hole is on the windowsills of that same house. This has been sanded as much as I care to sand it. It's extremely sliver free. I did take the time to use some sawdust and glue, and I just filled some of the big holes. It makes them look a lot better. Now I'm stuck because I could do natural linseed oil, and then once that cures after like a month, I could go back and do the general finishes. I like this flat lacquer, but I'm thinking I have a whole container of this poly-X that we used on the floors. This might work good. So I'm gonna do this windowsill with this. Well, I can tell you, I really like it. I think it works, and Sarah did call me. I wanted to clear this by her to try it before doing it, and then couldn't get a hold of her on the phone, so I just did it. And she likes it. Good, thank goodness. Because if not, I don't know. I don't think there was a very big chance of her not liking it. What's that windowsill? No, you're beautiful. No, you're beautiful. Oh, stop it. Just stop it.
Oh, what's your soul saying? Oh, is your world changing? Oh, what's your soul saying? Oh, is your world changing? Your face tells me always things your mouth often spares, and I hope you know I do what
Each window is gonna be just like this. It's every single one of them just fits a little differently. But this is that's a nice window seat. It's really nice. I can see myself sitting here a lot. This has got to be one of the best views of the whole house. All right, I'm done for the day. My camera card was full, so I stopped recording at some point, but it's kind of all the same. It's going to be challenging for me to make these videos entertaining week after week after week, I think, when I'm doing exactly the same thing. Like this weekend, I got 2 windowsills made, and I have 2 more glued up ready to go. So that's only 4. So that's a third, not even a third of the way done. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe if you guys have some good ideas, leave them in the comments below of maybe what I can do and add to the videos to try to make them more entertaining. But that's going to be it for me for now. I'll take you upstairs and show you how the second one finished, how it ended up. I think it's really hard to get what it really looks like in person, but this is the best I can show you. Pretty good fit there on that wall. You can see how crooked this windowsill is. I've got I don't know, I almost call that 2 inches, but 1.5 inches tapers down to almost nothing. So in just 28 inches of that window, you can see how far it's off. But like I was trying to explain, I think in the last video, this is all good. So my crooked cut is in the back, and you really won't notice that as much as you would if this crooked cut was up here. I mean, geez, that would be crazy. It's 22 inches deep. Turned out pretty good. The window itself has a long ways to go. And the other one is right over here. This one has a little bit more character. It was different boards. It was a more narrow 5-inch board. Lots of character on this board. Nice fit though. I like the way this one turned out. I like the more character. That's gonna be it for me, and I hope I can make an entertaining video for you. We will see. If you wanna help the channel out in other ways, you can look in the description. There's ways that you can send a PayPal gift if you'd like to do that. There's a Patreon link if you want to support us on Patreon. We have a Teespring account if you'd like to buy some pretty sweet shirts. We designed those a while back. That's in a link down below. And then obviously the easiest and best way to support the channel is just to hit that thumbs up button at the end of the video. And we always appreciate comments if you'd like to say something or have any suggestions. But that's going to do it for me, so I will see you all next time I turn the camera on. Have a good week. Bye.